Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Hello and welcome to WrestleTalk Reacts. I'm Luke Owen, DAD. This is Oliver Davis, and I brought him back once again like a renegade master because there was a follow-up on last night's episode of Raw for the Wyatt 6.
I should hope so, because last week everyone got murdered.
It'd have been weird if they didn't.
Yeah.
So what we can learn from last week is we were talking about who the bodies were. It was just Chad Gable. Everyone else was just a body.
No matter how much you think you saw Braun Strowman himself confirmed on X that he got out of there before that happened.
Twitter. I thought that Braun was one of them. I was the guy that was being like, that's Braun Strowman right there. So I fell victim to that.
But also Pat McAfee got attacked on his Pat McAfee show.
So Pat wasn't on Raw at all on this episode and they just said like for reasons.
Who replaced him?
The Miz.
Ooh. How was that?
Well, it only lasted about half the episode because then they did a gimmick where Liv Morgan tricked R-Truth into giving a tag shot to the Judgment Day. So Miz now had to defend his tag titles.
That's
freaked
fun.
out, and he left the broadcast. So Michael Cole did commentary on his own.
On his own?
For like the majority of the show, just on his tot.
He went Joey Styles ECW.
He did, and he was pretty good at it as well.
Nice.
So yeah, it didn't feel like it was missing another voice. But anyway, this is the end of the Money in the Bank qualifier between Chad Gable, who did survive. Rumors of his demise were greatly exaggerated. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. Chad Gable won, and here is then what happens.
Was he selling his murder or gunshot wound to the head at all?
He's got a little bit of gauze on his forehead.
That's selling.
Yep.
Okay, the lights are cutting off. I do love the lights going down.
Yeah.
And then Jey Uso's going to come out presumably with all these Firefly lights. Okay, look.
Smoke in the ring.
Oh, the dry ice budget's going to go through the roof. Dun, 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 dun. So I've actually been listening to Shatter a lot.
Oh, yeah?
And they are edging me.
He's
something
selling
fierce.
the head. Look, it was like that's
Oh,
where
so
they got me.
it's kind of... Oh, there's Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
Nikki... God, she looks horrible. Oh, because you can't see the rest of her body, it just looks like she's got no legs.
It's the smile on the mask that gets me. It's the constant smile.
Chad is he's fallen down into the corner. He's getting out of there.
Oh, yeah, he got no time for this as Master Gable.
It doesn't look like he was selling the physical effects.
He wasn't.
But he sure is selling the sort of mental post-trauma effects.
There was almost a sense of, I remember what happened when he sort of grabbed at his and being like, they did this to me.
But he's trying to suppress it down?
I don't think so, no. Like, he just came out and he was like, I'm fine, everyone. I'm totally okay. Do you believe in miracles?
She's slinked off the side of the room.
Yeah, so she's now at ringside.
Okay, strobing effects. And she's
got an Amazon package.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Yeah, that's how I return parcels when the shirt doesn't fit me. Just gaffer taped up, put it in a bin bag. Gaffer tape.
She's there. Delivered the parcel to Michael Cole.
She's just walking off like she's in a trance. Oh, they are edging me for this shadow music.
When is it going to come to the?
Dun-dun. When it does. Oh. Oh, she's just creepily walking out through the crowd.
This comes after the ad break.
Oh, it's addressed to Pat. Well, that's interesting, considering Pat was taken out. He needs a cutter there, box cutter, doesn't he?
And then he's opening up the box.
And is it like a head? It's a VHS! I thought it was going to be... What does it say? Play Me. I thought it was going to be like that movie Fight Club with Gwyneth Paltrow's head in the end.
It's a callback to an old episode of the WrestleTalk News where a lot of people didn't get Ollie's joke.
What are they... Have you got a VHS player anywhere?
That's it. He literally... It's almost like he knows that the audience is getting younger for WWE
Is
now.
he explaining what a VHS tape is?
I was like, this is a VHS.
I know, Michael Cole.
I know, but kids don't know, do they? Some kids have only just learned that Wade Barrett used to be a wrestler. They're not going to know what a VHS is. So we then later on in the show, they found a VHS player.
So we're going to see what's on the VHS.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So I thought it was a really cool bit of presentation. It was a nice little hook and tease that they were going to show it later on.
I'm hoping they've kidnapped someone and they're like, that's where Pat McAfee is. And he's
you think Pat's involved?
Well, he's not been on this show so far. It was addressed to Pat McAfee.
Okay. Well, let's see who is on the VHS.
Okay. Okay, so it's very similar so far to the. There it is again. the piano single note. Oh, yeah, quite similar to those Easter egg teasers so far with the flash frames and the VHS grain.
Are you happy?
Happy, 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 happy. Oh, okay. So they're directly talking about the passing of Bray, really.
I feel like they had to.
Uncle Howdy is talking to someone about Bray's passing. Do you remember who you are? And it's Bo. That's a nice bit of camera work there.
Such a good reveal.
Like the blur first, it makes it feel very different and more cinematic.
It wasn't Bo that I was expecting.
Oh, who were you expecting?
Honestly, when I just saw a beard, I thought it was Braun.
But that's also Bo. So Bo's doing both characters here.
Bo is interviewing. Well, Uncle Howdy is interviewing him. Yeah, he's asking him how he feels since Bray died.
That's okay because you wouldn't want it to be spooky, like this was a live thing, and Uncle Howdy's interviewing Bo Dallas. You can just believe that.
Yes,
he's cut this together to freak some people out. Again, away from that supernatural stuff. It's good delivery from Bo.
Really good.
Especially because I keep forgetting Uncle Howdy is also Bo Dallas.
And because he's doing like the, what do you think about this?
Which is an effect of the audio, not how he talks, which would be bad. His whole life. He looks a bit like Bray, with the beard and stuff. Because Bo's younger, the younger brother of Bray.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, well, it's okay to massage the B team and the social outcast stages.
He's talking about the fact that he was always in other factions, and then finally they got together because he Bray
of course, without
Bray sort of years he wanted Bo to be in the Wyatt family. He never got put in the group.
I mean, we all wanted him to be in the Wyatt family. Such a waste of his talent.
And so now he finally got to be part of that, and then, it's taken away from him.
There is no one on this earth that feels more hurt than me. Not one person on earth feels what I feel.
So we're getting the motivation really behind Bo Dallas and this faction, and it's from a place of hurt, sort of grief. Oh, the
effects.
The VHS effects
really
are
good,
spot on. They just did a sort of flash frame, monochrome shot. So I guess he's saying when Bray passed away, everyone just wanted to forget that there were all these plans for Uncle Howdy. And this is the revenge, right?
And they made them remember.
They did make them remember. Oh, and there they are both in the same shot. That's cool. It's like the shot we never got of De Niro and Pacino in Heat.
Only if it was De Niro and De Niro.
Yeah. Like an Eddie Murphy movie. Oh, there was a bird there. What does that mean?
Well, the buzzards.
Oh, is that a buzzard?
Yes. So that is the interview segment, and it was this. I love the reveal of it being Bo Dallas because I did not think that is what it was going to be.
Well, I thought it was Pat.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you thought it was Pat when they just revealed this bit and like it was blurred. I was like, oh, it's gonna be Braun. They're gonna try and bring Braun into the group because he was part of the Wyatt family. But no, it's Bray, and then it's Bo rather. And I just thought Bo just cut this awesome promo. I thought it was really good
because a lot of our concern, I would say, justified concern, is that Bo Dallas hasn't been around since 2019, really. And then, of course, he got released during the pandemic, I think. He came back as Uncle Howdy, but, I would say that was the bit that people didn't gel with. The mask, the sort of goofy dancing.
Milady.
Yeah. So we're all a bit... And we've only ever seen him do goofy characters as the Bo Leave one, the delusional babyface, social outcasts, B-Team. Which
Ms.
Taraj, which he was excellent in all of them for that comedic undercard role. But I think we were concerned, this is another level.
Yeah.
You've got to carry Bray Wyatt's creative vision while being in Bray's shadow.
Yeah.
Both being the younger brother and his passing. And based on that performance of both Bo and Uncle Howdy, which is a nice dialectic to Bray when he returned in 2022, because you had the real Bray promos, but he's wrestling with the Fiend character and Uncle Howdy. I think that's a really nice mesh.
I also like now you can spend the next few weeks interviewing each of them. So next week you can do an interview with Joe Gacy and he can basically reveal, here is why I've joined the group. Dexter Lumis, here's why. Like I would do Eric next.
Yeah.
Like I would do Rowan next as like the next interview of what it means to come back and to honor Bray's legacy. And then here's my big pitch that we'll talk about more on 3 Count because we're going to be recording that in a bit, which will be out this weekend. It ends, and the big reveal is it'll be a Pat McAfee show interview, and that will be the first time like all of them do an interview about the group and about Bray.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I laughed there because there is a way to do that.
But there is a way to do it, and there has to be a reason why Pat has been taken out, other than he is the first match. Like,
it's the king of comedy. De Niro has captured Jerry Lewis, the talk show interviewer, for them to do their big first. That's a really cool idea, actually, and it has to be filmed like that to manage Pat's more.
What do you want to do about this, huh?
Yeah, boom, boom.
I got my football guys over here. They want to talk about it.
But if you can direct Pat, because I do think he's, from the feuds he's had with like Adam Cole, he can do different styles of performance. So if he sort of does I am kidnapped here and I am forced to interview these guys, which again, it plays into this Wyatt verse of them escaping through TV fantasies.
I didn't even consider it that way. I thought like actually putting them on the Pat McAfee show and it being like Bo gives his first interview about Bray's passing and you do it as a serious thing. But I really like your version of it, which is actually much better.
Yeah.
Which is they do the Pat McAfee show in Bo's world.
Yeah.
And so there's cardboard with the Pat McAfee show in Sharpie.
Yeah, and it feels like it's in a compound.
Yes.
In the basement.
Yeah.
Just like the Firefly Funhouse stuff.
Yeah, that's actually much better.
This is a bunch of psychotic sickos who are dealing in quite a destructive way with their own trauma and grief by kidnapping a nationally recognizable host and making them do their interview show in these sort of hostage conditions.
I like that a lot.
Just in terms of the motivation of the group then, the kayfabe motivation, because it was just an angle last week. It was just an attack. I suppose the idea is Bray passed. We had all these plans. He had a vision. He passed away, and you all moved on. Mm-hmm. We didn't move on.
Yeah,
which makes total sense for Bo. Makes sense for Rowan. How do you think Dexter, Nikki, and Gacy?
Well, Nikki, I think is going to be through Alexa. I think that.
You think Bliss is going to join the group?
Yeah, I think Bliss is part of the group, and I think that is Nikki's connection to the group. Rowan, I think, makes that's sort of obvious. It's Gacy and Dexter are the two that I don't know on, and so it actually made me really excited to see. Because I hope that they do more of these interviews. Like Uncle Howdy interviews each of them, because you can then that's 5 weeks of TV right there before you need to do any other angles with them.
Would you have them out of gimmick? So you would be interviewing Nikki Cross, not Sister Abigail.
Yeah. Or even call her by her her actual name, not even in character and stuff. And I think Joe Gacy is just Joe Gacy is not being Huskus, and it's not Rambling Rabbit, it's Eric Rowan.
Because there was a moment in that where Uncle Howdy said, Bo Dallas said, "I am nobody," in the answer to "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And Uncle Howdy was like, "Exactly." So from a sort of manipulation, psychopath perspective, perhaps that's Uncle Howdy breaking these people down so you have no identity, Fight Club style. Nikki Cross, you don't have a name anymore. You're nobody. Dexter Lumis, you don't have a name anymore. You're nobody.
It's true, yeah.
To rebuild the identity in his image, which is Sister Abigail, Huskus the Pig Boy. As Bo's trauma to try and keep Bray's legacy alive. He's actually he's brainwashing other people, very similar to those cult gimmicks in the past. We might be getting away from ourselves, but I hope they go that direction.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Any sort of final thoughts on this before we wrap it up?
No, but they gave me enough to make me satisfied with the follow-up and enough to make me intrigued about what happens next. So I think a very good follow-up.
Yeah, really, really good. So let us know in the comments what you thought of the angle, what you thought of the interview and everything around it. What are your fantasy booking ideas? Don't care what CM Punk says. Do your fantasy booking. It's a bit of fun, Punk.
First match in Hell in a Cell.
Against Seth Rollins. And then we'll do 2019 again. Leave those comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Until then, I've been Ligo and DAD. That's been Ollie Davis. Jam that jam.